Hello everybody, this is the movie Maniacs with me, Andrew.
And yours truly, Carter.
And today we are here to review the new series on Netflix called Stranger Things. It's a Netflix original.
Season 1.
Yes, and there's 8 episodes in the season, and we just finished. It came out around
A week ago?
well, like a week ago.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is Carter, would you like to give like a short description, should we just leave him with nothing?
Well, I'll just tell them this. It's kind of like, it takes place in the 1980s. It kind of focuses around these kids, and one of them goes missing, and the whole town, the sheriff, the kid's mom, and the kid's friends all try to kind of figure out what happened to him. Lots of strange goings on, weird stuff happening. Yeah, that's all we'll tell you about it. So, Andrew, get going on the positives.
Sweet. I like the feel of the series. Like, the whole feel of the series is like that 1980s kind of Spielberg, but it has more like thriller to it and more suspense than you would like a Spielberg, but it has like, it's like almost like it's a Spielberg movie that's more updated, which will have more suspense and like thriller, but it just has that good 80s vibe. It has great music also with 80s stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I like all the characters in the series. They're all really interesting to watch, and it's just fun to watch. I like the story. Now the story can be kind of confusing, and even after, I'll just say that after the series season 1 wraps up, not everything is explained. There's a lot to you still don't know.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's confusing. You're kind of left with not much.
Yeah, that's true. It's not confusing, but there's so many questions unanswered,
Mm-hmm.
and but that makes it so much more interesting. You want to keep watching every episode. And I just like the premise of the show, because you're not sure about like what's going on and how this is happening, but it's just so much fun to watch, and all these people, like all this stuff happening to them, and it's just so cool how it all starts to connect, which it doesn't connect by all of it connects by the end of the series, but it's just so much fun to watch. And I think if you're a big fan of like the 80s kind of style, and like like the kids riding on the bikes and like finding the monster and stuff, like the Goonies, kind of that kind of feel, I think you're gonna really enjoy it. But it's gonna be a little more intense and have a little more thriller than the classical 80s like E.T. And so I think it has a good feel, and I think it's a fun show to watch. Good characters, good story.
Yeah. So I definitely agree on all levels. It's definitely a great homage to the 1980s sci-fi mystery type stuff. I love that type of thing, like the shady government things going on and all kinds of things. It's definitely an homage to Spielberg's like E.T. and Close Encounters, those type of movies, and the Goonies, I suppose.
Yeah, I can see that.
Also, it's a lot like J.J. Abrams' Super 8. Very similar, but it also has its own unique tale to tell. It has a lot of great 80s references and homages, like to John Carpenter, who I'm a fan of. Like they have a scene where one of the teachers is watching The Thing on a date, and there's posters for The Thing and Jaws, and there's references to going to see Poltergeist, all kinds of cool stuff like that. Like the kids are our type of people, I guess you could say. Definitely, and I do like the soundtrack and the theme song. I like synthesizer music, so I thought all that was cool. Very 80s
Yes,
vibe.
very
much on the vibing. The characters are all great, interesting, very unique. Each one has an interesting story to tell. None of them has a boring story. Definitely, I will say it's not that suspenseful though, because they just kind of keep this sort of grim tone to it, so it never really... The music is never very suspenseful.
No.
And it's always just kind of dark synthesizer music, which is good, but it just never got me that excited, like, about the things that were happening.
But it's interesting enough to want you to keep watching.
No, yeah. I was very interested. The show is very entertaining and interesting. I just was never, like, suspense... It's never very that suspenseful.
It's not very... Yes, I can totally agree with you on that. But I think there's enough, like... somewhat kind of mystery, like not suspense, like mystery, and just like all these questions that it kind of like there's some parts that they're a little bit suspenseful, but not like overly suspenseful.
Yeah, but definitely it's got a great story to tell. It's got my favorite type of story. It's got that Lost, 10 Cloverfield Lane type of feel to it, in the 80s. So it just makes for a really great summer entertainment. So negatives.
I'll just put this out here quick. When Carter was talking, I didn't really get the budget in there, but I was just gonna say that the creators, the Duffer Brothers,
Yeah.
they said that their two biggest like icons and the ones like the kind of style they wanted to go towards this show was from Spielberg and Carpenter. So if you're fans of those kind of directors and their style, this show is for you.
Which is us.
Yeah, oh for sure.
We love Spielberg and Carpenter.
The negatives I'd say is that I wish I got a little more at the last episode just to kind of get a few more questions answered.
Yeah.
But that it makes me excited for season 2
Oh,
if it comes
definitely.
out. I think the CGI was good enough for a Netflix show. I mean, not a big budget TV show. I think it was fine. I mean, it could always be better.
I do like the cinematography. It
Very
had
good.
a good look to it.
Yes.
It looked more cinematic than a TV show.
Yeah. I really just don't have many negatives. I think I just was always interested in the story, and I just want to keep plowing through these episodes because they're so much fun to watch. I don't know. I mean, there's little parts from different episodes, but I'm not going to spoil anything. I think it's just a fun show that you're going to enjoy a lot.
Yeah. There's really no negatives. I just wish there's more questions answered.
That's true.
So overall, sorry, we heard something in the background.
Yeah, we didn't know.
Anyways, great show, and we like it. It's a great homage to 80s Spielberg, Carpenter, Abrams style. Great music. Overall, just a good show. What is your rating?
My rating is I will give it a solid. I think for the first season, I will give it a solid 9 out of 10 stars. There's really nothing wrong with it. I just feel like I think it
could have been more.
I feel like now we can just build. We can build off that and make it even better.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think it's like the best show in the world, but I think it's a pretty dang good show. And it blew. I was kind of surprised. I really didn't think this show was gonna be like amazing going into it.
No, I didn't either. I'll give it the same score, 9 out of 10. Good show, good times. Check it out.
Only on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, that is our review for Stranger Things. Make sure to go check it out. That's basically it. We have more videos coming out.
Mm-hmm.
We have the Star Trek video with review pretty much of going over all the films.
All 13 of them.
Any other videos? I'm trying to think of. We have a lot coming out. Jason Bourne review is going to be on hopefully this weekend.
I think you guys will like that video.
Yes, we have a little special something planned for that.
And if you haven't already, check out the Star Trek Beyond review and my Seinfeld series review. Fun times making both of those kind of skits in there, kind of.
And make sure to keep up in the Film Battles Championship. It's getting heated up. Anyway, that's our review. This is the Movie Maniacs, signing out.